Ready for a deep dive?
Let's dive in.
Today, we are exploring Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty.
Yeah.
We're going to try and apply some of his ancient wisdom to our, crazy modern
I
lives.
love that he brings it.
So much going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is fascinating how this ancient wisdom can still be
Right.
so practical and relevant.
Yeah, it's a...
So we'll be talking about things like breathing exercises for stress
Oh, yeah.
and, maybe a framework for
Purpose.
finding purpose
That's a
and
big one.
even improving your relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But first, we have to tackle the ego.
Okay.
Shetty's not a fan.
No, he's not. And you know what? It's interesting. He makes a very good point
Yeah.
about how the ego, that voice in our head
Mm-hmm.
that's constantly looking for validation,
Yeah.
can actually keep us from realizing our full potential.
Absolutely. And he gives this great example in the book about a friend who was so obsessed
Oh, yeah.
with getting a promotion,
Okay.
but not because he actually cared about the work.
Oh, interesting.
He just wanted
The bragging rights.
the bragging rights.
Okay.
So it was totally ego-driven.
Yeah.
And Shetty says that we need to
It makes you think.
ask
What
ourselves,
we're chasing.
is this something I truly value, or am I just
Right.
trying to
Impress people.
impress someone?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure we've all been guilty of
Absolutely. Oh, my God.
at some point.
Yes.
Okay, so how do we actually start detaching from the ego
Yeah, that's the big question.
and think like a monk?
How do we get there?
The book talks about, training the mind.
Yes.
But that just sounds really intense.
I know. When I first heard that, I was like, what does that even
Yeah.
mean? It sounds like I'm
That-
going to have to, shave my head
Yeah.
and sit on a mountaintop.
Exactly. What does that look like in, everyday life?
Totally. Think of it this way. Our minds are like
Okay.
puppies,
Okay.
untrained. They're just
Oh, like this.
all over the place,
Yeah.
chewing on everything in sight.
They have no focus.
No focus. And mind training is really just about teaching that puppy to focus, to sit, stay when
Yeah.
needed. It's about us taking control of our thoughts instead of letting them control us, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So what are some of the tools that Shetty suggests we use for this?
Okay, well, he talks a lot about mindful breathing.
Okay.
It's a big one, and you know why. It calms your nervous system,
Okay.
brings you right into the present moment.
So it's like that reset button.
Totally a reset button.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He also talks about replacing, that negative self-talk.
Oh, we all have it.
We all have it, with some positive affirmations instead.
Mhm.
So instead of, I can't do this, it's like, I'm capable
Yeah.
and I will learn.
Yeah. So it's almost like
It's like
replacing a broken record.
replacing a broken record
Yeah.
with
A power anthem.
a power anthem.
There you go. I love that. Speaking of powerful, he talks a lot about purpose,
Yeah.
but he doesn't use the word passion, does he?
No. He uses this word dharma,
Dharma. Yeah.
which is really all about aligning your actions
Okay.
with your inherent strengths and talents.
Okay. So it's less about
It's
that
the
fleeting passion.
Exactly. Passion comes and goes.
Wow.
Dharma is really about your inherent nature, what you were put on this earth
Oh, I like that.
to do.
So how do we discover our Dharma?
That is the million-dollar question, right?
Is there a Dharma detector that I can buy on Amazon?
I wish there was.
Yeah.
I would be.
Put it on my wish list.
Yes. But Shetty actually lays out this 4-step framework.
Okay.
Okay. You've got to reflect on your strengths, number 1.
Mhm.
Number 2, you identify ways to serve others.
Okay.
Pinpoint problems you are passionate about solving.
Right.
And then commit to action.
Gotcha.
It's not just about finding your purpose, it's about living it.
So action is key. But, and this might just be my inner puppy talking,
Oh, yeah.
how do we stay focused when things get tough?
Right. Because they will.
They will.
Inevitably. Right.
And,
Yeah.
Shetty talks about detachment.
He does. He does. And it's not in a
Yeah.
cold or uncaring way.
Right. Not not caring about anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really about, think about it. You're holding onto a rope
Okay.
that's attached to a giant boulder.
Okay.
You can pull and strain all you want, but that boulder's not budging.
Yeah.
Detachment is about letting go of the rope,
Okay.
understanding that we can't control everything.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a good visual.
I think so.
So it's about focusing on what we can control,
Exactly.
our effort, our attitude.
Or attitude.
He also talks about letting go of things that no longer serve us.
Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of those, right?
Yeah, what are
Toxic relationships.
toxic relationships?
Bad habits. Limiting beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
These are all ropes that we might be clinging to that are keeping us stuck. What are you holding on to that you might need to release?
That is a great question to ponder.
It is.
Another big theme of the book is service,
Of course.
which makes sense
Right.
coming from a monk's perspective.
It's about shifting that focus from me
Okay.
to we.
Yeah.
In a world where we're obsessed with individual achievement,
Mhm.
it's so easy to forget the power and the fulfillment
Yeah.
that comes from helping others.
And it doesn't have to be some grand gesture.
No, no, no.
Right.
Shetty talks about how even small acts of kindness can have a ripple effect.
Right.
So think about it. Volunteering, listening to a friend,
Right.
even just, holding the door open for someone,
Yeah.
it all adds up.
Okay, so speaking of positive actions,
Yes.
Shetty also talks about, resilience,
Yes.
seeing challenges as opportunities for growth.
Mm-hmm.
And he suggests shifting from why is this happening to me
Yeah, yeah.
to what can I learn from this?
That is a powerful reframe. It really is,
Mhm.
It's about adopting a growth mindset, understanding that setbacks are inevitable,
Yeah.
but they don't have to define us.
Something that kind of surprised me was the emphasis on daily rituals.
Interesting. Okay.
Is this, is he talking about chanting and wearing robes?
No, not quite.
Okay.
Shetty's monk-inspired morning routine,
Mhm.
it's really about creating structure
Okay.
and intention.
Gotcha.
So he suggests starting your day with meditation,
That's it.
expressing gratitude, and
Awesome.
setting your intentions for the day.
Okay.
It's really about priming your mind for positivity.
So it's setting yourself up for success.
Exactly.
And he also talks about the importance of solitude,
That one's interesting.
which almost seems counterintuitive.
I know, right?
I-
Especially in our,
Hyper-connected
that
world.
super hyper-connected world.
Exactly. It's about creating space for reflection
Okay.
and introspection.
Yeah.
So not checking your phone first thing in the morning,
Maybe taking a walk in nature
Yeah.
without your headphones.
creating that space to just be.
Exactly. Just be.
Okay, I like that. Let's talk about gratitude.
Okay.
Shetty calls it a superpower.
He does. It sounds a little over the top, but
I know, but I'm intrigued.
yeah.
What does he mean by that?
Well, gratitude is really about shifting your focus
Okay.
from what you lack
Okay.
to what you have.
Mhm.
And you know what? It's scientifically proven
Okay.
to boost happiness
Wow.
and well-being.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Shetty suggests a very simple practice. Write down 3 things you're grateful for
Great.
every morning.
Simple but powerful.
It is.
Now, shifting gears a bit,
Okay.
let's talk about relationships.
Hooray.
Shetty offers some pretty insightful advice
He does.
on how to build those strong connections.
He does. And it's really about being present for the people in your life.
Yeah.
Showing up for them emotionally, right? He emphasizes the importance of things like generosity, understanding, and support.
Okay, yeah, and that makes sense.
And, a big part of that is active listening.
Active listening, yes.
It's not just waiting for your turn to speak,
Right.
but truly hearing and understanding the other person.
Mm.
Active listening involves empathy, putting yourself in the other person's shoes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so one final question that comes up a lot
Okay, sure.
is how to balance ambition with inner peace.
Oh, that's the struggle, right?
It is
How do we
because we live in this go-go world, but Shetty reminds us that true fulfillment
Yeah,
comes from aligning our actions with our values,
absolutely.
And,
He's
you know, finding that inner calm.
that inner calm.
How do we do it?
Well, he says, prioritize stillness.
Okay.
Even amidst all the craziness and chaos,
Yeah.
find those moments for meditation, mindfulness, whatever it is that helps you reconnect with yourself.
Yeah, it's about finding that
It is
that inner sanctuary.
that inner sanctuary.
All right, so to wrap things up,
Okay.
Shetty highlights 3 core monk values that I think we can all benefit from.
Absolutely.
Humility,
Mm,
compassion,
yeah.
and discipline.
Those are the big ones.
They are.
And they're deceptively simple.
They seem so simple.
Right. But they're the foundation of a meaningful life.
Yeah.
They're about connecting with something larger than ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
treating others with kindness, and really cultivating self-mastery.
And remember, this was just a glimpse
A tiny little peek.
into Think Like a Monk.
Yes, just scratching the surface.
The book is packed with insights and actionable advice.
It is.
I highly encourage you to
Pick it up.
pick it up and explore it further.
You won't regret it.
As you go about your day, just consider this. What's one small change inspired by these monk teachings that you can make in your own life?
Great question to ponder.
Great food for thought. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Always a pleasure.
We would love to hear what resonated with you, so feel free to
Oh, yeah.
share your thoughts or any aha moments you had.
We love hearing from you guys.
Until next time.
See you later. Bye. Bye.